We are coming off one of the most historic weekends in NASCAR, racing in Mexico City in the Cup Series for the very first time. What a display we saw down there. It was amazing. Everything, the fans, the interaction, the racing itself. What a fun weekend. I really hope we get an opportunity to do it some more. Hi, everyone. I'm Shannon Spake. Welcome to the day after, but it's really kind of the day after the day after. This coming out on Tuesday. We've got Shane van Gisbergen here. And all I have to say is move over SGA in the NBA. Of course, lighten it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder, because we've got SVG. Well, Kia ora, is that the proper way to say hello in New Zealand? Or did I get that one wrong too?
You can, but I just say hello.
Oh, hello then. It's
Yeah.
good to see you again, my friend. Did you have a driver on standby for the race? Like, had we gone that far to kind of think ahead?
No.
No.
Like I got bad after qualifying, and then woke up the next morning and felt pretty average, but there was no thought of missing it. And then right before driver intros, I went downhill real bad. I ate some food and just didn't fit, or tried to eat food, didn't feel any better, and then did driver intros, got on the float, and then just I need to go have a moment before the race.
Yeah.
So I felt pretty bad, but once the race started, I guess adrenaline takes over.
That's a bad feeling. How were the Red Bulls and adult beverages after the race, though? That help a little bit?
I didn't have any. I was in bed by 8:30. I'm normally a sucker for a post-race celebration, but I didn't make it.
All right. I love watching the moments when drivers or athletes of any kind of take in the realization of what they've done, and watching you get out of that car and kind of look around. You could tell that the moment wasn't lost on you. What were some of the thoughts, if you can remember? Obviously, thank God I made it through the end of the race. But what were some of the other thoughts that were going through your mind getting that win?
Man, it's just epic. Like it has been tough this year, but there's been points that we've showed a lot of promise. We're getting better and better as a team, and just how much it means to everyone. When everyone come over, you got to see everyone, and it was pretty cool seeing how stoked everyone was, and just how much it means to everyone. It's as a team we haven't been the best, but the last month or two we've really improved a lot, and to win a couple of massive races like the 600 and now Mexico, it's huge for Trackhouse. Really cool.
Yeah, you're there right now. What is the vibe within that? I mean, I know Daniel didn't get the win on Sunday, but I'm sure that he is just riding a euphoric high right now from being in Mexico and doing what he did on Saturday. You mentioned Ross and now you. I can't imagine. Tell me something that Justin Marks did to kind of celebrate you guys this week.
Oh, it's just everything, especially how tough the start of the week was with the travel and the issues we had getting there, and how much of a skeleton crew I guess we had on Friday. There was not enough people to run the cars really, so all three teams sort of banded together and just made it happen. And what results we got all weekend after that was epic. So to win both races with Trackhouse drivers and to see how much it meant to Daniel, but also his people, like that crowd was insane. It was really cool to see that for him.
Yeah, I was bummed that I didn't get to be there and experience that, because I'm sure it was incredible to see. What was the response from home winning that race? Because I know the response when you won Chicago was insane.
Oh yeah, it's humbling to see how many people still follow this journey over here. Like not only friends and family, but all the social posts I put up, what people respond, and the engagement. It's really cool to see how many people are cheering me on and wanting me to do well. It's still such a cool feeling.
I love that. So our straight talk today, and I know you've heard it. I was mentioned many times, won by 16.56 seconds. Largest margin of victory since Kurt Busch won Texas November 2009. I know that you were hearing things inside the race car. Were you aware how much space, obviously your spotter and your crew chief are telling you, but did you know it was that big of a margin?
No, not really, but you just know in NASCAR, like the way the yellows always work, and they'll find any excuse to throw one to set up an exciting finish, which is fine. It's how it is. So for the last 20 laps, I was praying there was no yellow and just trying to stay in a rhythm, stay focused, and it was hard to enjoy it, because there's always the threat of the yellow. But as soon as I saw the white flag, I could relax a bit and enjoy that last lap.
How much of a marathon was that? 32 green flag laps. I believe that that's the right number. I think I saw 31, 32. How much of a marathon is that inside the race car, just wheeling that thing for that long of a distance?
Yeah, it was tough, because we did that amount of laps the run before, and the tires were toast at the end. So I was trying to manage them at the start. I had a lot of pressure from it was Alex Bowman and Christopher Bell at the start of that last run, and it's just so hard to know what speed you've got, and are the tires going to last? Are they going to keep up? So yeah, I was trying to manage my tires best they could, and then all of a sudden they started to drop, and I could keep hitting the same lap time, and yeah, my car sort of plateaued, and they kept dropping off. So that was a pretty cool feeling. I didn't know what the gap was, but I couldn't see them anymore. So it was a pretty
That's
cool
probably
feeling.
a pretty good feeling, right?
Yeah.
There's somewhere. All right, don't shoot the messenger, but I do have to ask you about this, right? So 33rd in points coming into the weekend. Apparently, there are some saying that there's a flaw in the playoff system because of the fact that a driver wins and gets in. But hey, that's the system, right? I know you don't need any more motivation, but to go out there and potentially get one or two more in the next couple of weeks, two of the next four are road courses, street course, whatever. Do you think about that at all? Do you hear those talks?
Well, I guess since the weekend, but it kind of happened last year, didn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Another guy in the 30s made it. That's how this championship is, I guess, and I don't shy away from it. That's the reason I'm here, to win road courses and get in the playoffs. But I'm also trying to improve on my ovals. I really think I'm doing that, and yeah, I want to be right in the mix in ovals, and I feel like we're making big strides for that. So yeah, I hope by the end of the season that talk goes away, because we're competitive on ovals and we're getting a couple of maybe another road course win would be epic. So yeah, who knows? Hopefully that talk dies down, but we'll just keep doing our thing.
What is the one thing? I mean, either you pick the hardest thing you've had to overcome with adjusting to the ovals, the one thing you feel like you've done the best at, or the thing that still challenges you the most.
Probably the lack of practice. You go
Yeah.
to all these places, and most tracks I've been to in the Xfinity car, but the cars are chalk and cheese, completely different how they drive and react. So I feel like I'm starting again every track I go to, and I just need time and laps, and you only get 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it is, and one set of tires. Then you have to go qualify. It's extremely difficult to get on the pace, whereas these guys have done it for many years. And, I know that when I start going to places for the second time and I keep building up that experience, I'll be starting to get better. But at the moment, it's just, I just need those laps. So, yeah, I feel like we're getting better.
So hey, how about Pocono?
Yeah, yeah. I found that place difficult last year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Three
Oh,
weird corners, but
yeah.
yeah, funny track.
Fast and bumps and all kinds of stuff out there. Okay, grade the burnout for me, Shane. How would you grade that burnout?
Uh, it's good and bad. The car's only, they only had like 300 horsepower. It felt like, because of the elevation, so it's hard to get going. But I
It was
couldn't
pretty
really
good,
drift.
man. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I couldn't drift very well because I didn't have enough power. But yeah, the actual skid was alright once I got going. But yeah, pretty cool. It was but an epic setting to do it in that sort of stadium amphitheater type feeling. It was really cool.
Grade the rugby kick. It's a rugby kick, right? I'm assuming that was a rugby ball, right? I don't.
Yeah,
I'm American football, obviously, but I do have friends that played rugby, so which is a
it was alright.
crazy
Well,
sport, by the way.
yeah, I didn't have full power because I wasn't feeling the best, but it cleared the fence, so I was happy about that.
Oh my God, were you
And
like,
someone caught it,
please,
which was
please go
perfect.
over the fence?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Someone
all.
caught it perfect, so that was good.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you go and sign it for them,
I
or?
signed it before I kicked it.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. What a cool thing. All right, before I let you go, you've been to a lot of international tracks. If there's one that you think would make a great venue for us NASCAR folks to go to, what do you think it would be?
Any track in New Zealand.
Oh yeah, I love
As
that.
much as love to race at home, but if we did a street circuit at home as a fantasy, that would be epic. But yeah, I'd love to have NASCAR in New Zealand. That would be really cool, but obviously a pipe dream. It's a long way away.
Yeah, so you would know exactly what Daniel felt like this weekend.
Oh, 100%. I've been lucky enough to win V8 supercar races when we raced in New Zealand, and we're a lot quieter than Mexicans, so the crowd wasn't as crazy, but it's still, to race at home is just the coolest thing.
I know. I saw some of those shots of just the fans getting autographs of you guys walking through the garage, and it was like back in the day, right? Where it was so crazy to see. I'm sure that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and they seemed, they were genuine, knowledgeable fans. It was cool. I think.
I love it. I love it. I hope we go back. I know you do too. And
Yeah,
hey, I'm going to be at Chicago and I'm going to be at Sonoma. I'll be on the TNT broadcast. So hopefully we have you up on the set post race for one of those
sounds good.
races. I love
Looking
it.
forward to it. See
Take
you
care.
then.
Feel better, my friend. Cannot wait for the next couple road courses to see SVG do his thing. I'll be at both of them with TNT, obviously the street course in Chicago and then Sonoma. So hopefully we'll have him on the desk talking about his second road course win of the season. Before we let you go, we have to do best day ever. And there's only one person that could get it. And that, of course, would be Daniel Suarez. Best weekend ever, right? There were so many things that could have rained on this parade, literally, because it did rain, but also folks not feeling good, some of the travel issues, and everything just turned out awesomely, if that's even a word. That's a Daniel Suarez word today, awesomely. And of course, the Xfinity Series race, what we saw him do. Yes, it's not on Sunday. I know that he wanted to win on Sunday. I know he wanted to get that cup victory. His teammate did, and he got it done on Saturday, starting in the back of the field. So, best day ever goes to Daniel Suarez. Thank you, Daniel, for representing Mexico so beautifully in the NASCAR community and welcoming us down to your country this past weekend.